Hey y'all, and welcome to day 8 of our 31 Days of Shadow Work series. So, of course, I'm so excited to have you here. And as usual, each day we're going to be diving into a new prompt that helps you explore your shadows and enhance your healing journey. So, we are entering week 2 of the series, y'all. And this week is all about career, ambition, and sabotage. So, today's prompt is all about your career goals and the blockers. So, remember, this is a safe space for discovery. So take your time, be gentle with yourself, and let's get started with day 8. So today's prompt is: what fears or insecurities are holding you back from pursuing your true career goals? I love this question because a big reason for shadow work is to face the blockages that you have in your life. Like a lot of the things that you say that you want, you're not getting because yes, you're doing the work to get them, but there are so many blockages in the way from generational blockages, mindset blockages, financial blockages, mental emotional blockages. Like there are so many blockages in the way that you feel like you're burning yourself out to try to reach this career goal and nothing's moving, nothing's shaking, nothing's happening. So this question is great because what's really happening is that there are still some fears and insecurities that are instilled in you that you haven't worked on yet. So I would say for me, right? Some fears and insecurities that I had when it came to my career goals was imposter syndrome. It was imposter syndrome because it felt like, who am I, this little country girl from Carrollton, Georgia, to become a therapist healing people? Like, who am I to be qualified to do this, right? And so, since I had this fear and since I had this insecurity, I kept like putting off going back to school. Like when I finished my bachelor's degree, I thought that I was going to be like going right into my master's program. No, that's not what happened. I think it took what the 3 years. I think it took 2 or 3 years in between my bachelor's program and my master's program before I actually went back to school. And then I went all the way through my master's program until when I had 2 semesters left. And so I feel like that imposter syndrome came back again because it was kind of like, girl, like you really finna do this. Like this has been a dream that you've had since you was 16 and you really finna achieve it. And then I feel like there's also that fear of like what next kind of thing. Like I'm 30 now. I've wanted to be a therapist since I was 16. So that means this is a 14-year in the works kind of dream. So it's kind of like, damn, once I achieve this goal, like what's next? What am I going to do with this degree? Like, am I going to continue counseling? Like, it's so many questions, so many what ifs. And I feel like that was like a blocker for me because I didn't have the answers. And I'm someone who loves to have the answers, especially because I tend to have the answers a lot for other people. So I would say that was like my fear is like all the what ifs of like what's going to happen after and all of the work that I knew it was going to take and the confidence I knew that I would have to like really stand in this gift and stand in this power and say that like, yes, your girl is a licensed clinician. Like what? So I want you to ask yourself this question because the more you get real about what you're scared of, the more you get real about what you feel like you don't actually have in you to achieve your career goals, the easier it's going to be to work past that blocker and to actually achieve the career goal. Like y'all know if y'all been watching my videos, I've gone ahead and applied to finish my master's program. I got accepted into the program. I've already registered for one class. I'm like emailing people so I can get a supervisor so I can do my internship. Like all the things that I was scared of and all the things that I was worried about, I had to face them first and then take action anyway. Y'all know I'm all about doing it scared. So when it comes to the fears that you have, address them and accept that they're real fears. You are scared, but do the things that need to be done anyway. And you're going to thank yourself for it once you finally reach that career goal, once you finally hit that salary that you desire, once you finally hit that position that you desire. And also sometimes you don't know whether you really want something or not until you achieve it. So the longer you put it off because you're scared or because you feel insecure about it, the longer it's going to take for you to figure out if you even want the shit or not anyway. So I definitely want you to start addressing those fears that you have when it comes to your career goals, those insecurities, those places where you feel like you're not enough, or you feel like you don't know enough, or you feel like you don't have enough experience. Start addressing those things, because that's the first step. Let's say you want to be a dentist, but you never went to school to become a dentist. You're like, damn, if I start now, it's going to take 10 years, 30, whatever the case may be. Start addressing that stuff now, because the time is going by anyway. Even like for me, I had this vision of being a therapist at 16. I'm 30 years old now. 14 years have gone by. Time is still going to go by regardless. Things are still going to happen. Life is still going to happen. But at least life can be happening while you work towards achieving that goal. But although this has been 14 years of life experience, I'm 2 semesters away from my master's now, and I'm going to be about probably a year and a half out before I'm licensed. So imagine had I gone these 14 years without doing anything at all. Now I will really be overwhelmed. I will really feel like a failure. I will really be stressed because I hadn't been doing the work this entire time. So I want to challenge you to face those fears and face those insecurities and start doing the work anyway, because the time is going to go by anyway. So thank y'all for joining me again for another day of the 31 Days of Shadow Work series. We are on day 8, y'all. Day 8. That is crazy. So again, if you participate in this series, please make sure you use the hashtag 31 Days of Shadow Work. Please make sure you tag me at Keandra Ware on YouTube, TikTok, or Instagram. And I will see y'all again tomorrow for day 9.